Now, Midway knows that they're on top of that glorious mountain, sharing their popularity with other fighting games like Street Fighter and Killer Instinct. To keep the franchise strong, Midway decided to continue on with the series with Mortal Kombat 3. With mixed results. With characters, we have some new faces like Cyrex, Sector, Sindel, Nightwolf, Shiva, Cabal, and Striker. Also, all the characters are actually more realistic if you're feeling with the new graphical facelift. I mean, take a look at Sub-Zero's redesign. Definitely not ninja-like anymore. With brand new characters in the roster, most of the other familiar faces have gotten the axe. There's no Raiden, no Reptile, no Johnny Cage, no Kitana, no Melina, and no Scorpion?
Whoa! 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 Are you telling me that we have a Mortal Kombat game without Scorpion?
Seriously! You can't have a Mortal Kombat game without both Sub-Zero and Scorpion! It's like releasing a Street Fighter game with just Ken, but no Ryu! And I know that Scorpion is my favorite character of all time throughout the entire series, but co-creator Ed Boon himself said that Scorpion is his favorite character since the beginning of the series. I mean, that is just realistic. So Midway actually learned their lesson and actually re-released Mortal Kombat 3 with some new concept under the title Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And if you add the word Ultimate to it, you know it's going to be more cooler. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 did not just bring back Scorpions, Kitana, Melina, and Reptile, they also brought in Ermac, Jade, Classic Sub-Zero, and Cyborg Smoke along with his human form. On the Super Nintendo version, they also brought two new ninjas, like Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat 2, and Rain, who is a new concept for this version. But there's still no love for Raiden or Johnny Cage.
So many characters. So little time to talk about them. It's giving me a headache.
Alright, characters aside, Mortal Kombat 3 changed a number of things that are from the previous one. The gameplay is like over the roof. It's a lot faster than the first two games combined. We get our simple punches, kicks, and blocks. It also had the addition of the run fun, which allows you to come closer to your opponent very quickly, or use it to help out with the dial A combos. By putting in a sequence of punches and kicks, you can actually perform large combos to spawn heavy amount of damage to your opponents. This can be a bit tricky to pull off, but once you pull one off, you'll be pleased with the results. Another thing they added is the ability to knock your opponents in different areas in the game. It looks very painful up close. Like always, we got our fatalities, friendships,
again?
babalities, and stage fatalities. Also, Mortal Kombat 3 introduces animalities, where you turn into a bloodthirsty animal to devour your opponents. And I don't count Liu Kang's animality because... Oh, come on! That's just a copy and paste of his old fatality in Mortal Kombat 2! Speaking of which, the fatalities are a bit half-assed in this one. I admit it that the first two Mortal Kombat games actually has fatalities that are crazy and creative to see. But now... Why didn't the body tumble over? It looks just weird when it's just standing there like a pussy. Wow, that is just stupid. Ah, what the fuck? The screen just turns black. Oh, that's just pure lazy. I'm not going to talk about how cheap the computers are, but it's just insane if I did. Now, to be completely honest with you, I don't like this installment at all. This game can be enjoyable for the hardcore fans in the series, but personally, I like the first two Mortal Kombat games more than this one. The production doesn't even help at all, from the terms of the animation quality and the gameplay, there's nothing else to say. Multiplayer is still fun, but still it doesn't feel the same way for me. And if you really want to try something new, by all means, try this game out anyway. Now, a year later, Midway re-released Mortal Kombat 3 again under the title Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This game includes every single part that is from the past three games, and it's actually cool. The gameplay is taken from Mortal Kombat 3, but there's nothing else to actually say about this one. Mortal Kombat Trilogy was released for the Nintendo 64, Sony PlayStation, and Sega Saturn. The Saturn version is actually the rarest one to find in my book. The Nintendo 64 version is actually like the weakest one of them all, because it doesn't even have every character that is required from the series. So I recommend the Sony PlayStation version out of all of them. With everything jumping into 3D, Midway will also follow the same thing with the next installment with Mortal Kombat 4. They dropped the digitized actors and jumped into 3D stages and polygons. The gameplay looks sweet, the graphics looks good for the time, and it's everything for a Mortal Kombat fan to enjoy. It was released for the Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and PC. They are pretty good, but lack of the perspective from the arcade version. Plus, the N64 version is the worst in my opinion because performing the moves is a bit more complicated than ever. Mortal Kombat 4 will get an Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 treatment being released for the Sega Dreamcast under the title Mortal Kombat Gold. For the addition being a perfect port of the arcade version, it brought some extra characters into the mix with some new concept, making Gold the definitive port of Mortal Kombat 4. In terms of gameplay-wise, it's Mortal Kombat. That's it. The only thing new that they add is that they're in 3D graphics. Fatalities and stage fatalities are still there, but friendships, babalities, and animalities are removed from this concept, which I have nothing to complain about. The only thing new they added was the player to draw out some weapons. I really don't like this feature because it takes forever to pull them out. It leaves me open for a free shot. Single player is a bit easier because you can actually reach the final stage without any problem. So why didn't they take 3 games to fix this problem? With addition to that, we also get some cinematic endings, which is like watching a movie instead of playing a game. And these are fucking hilarious. I mean, try not to laugh while watching these. Now, I am not very good at this game, but I was actually lucky to beat this game with Cyrex well because I got lucky. But for most of the characters, thanks to mksecrets.net, I can actually show you the endings.
The Black Dragon died with Kano. You're the last one, Jarek.
Never!
Never, sorcerer! Never mind. I don't want to know what Sector is doing.
Besides the new faces and the graphics, there is actually nothing I can say about Mortal Kombat 4 that has been said about Mortal Kombat 3. So, if you like MK3, then you'll love MK4. This will be the last Mortal Kombat game to have an arcade release. From here on out, it'll be console release then. One day I'll go on to the 3D games, but for now, there's other games to talk about. But now, I gotta choose the 2 games that I mostly want to play with.
Fatality.
Hold it right there!
No.
You're not finished with this yet! I need to have a word with you!
Jesus Christ. How the fuck did you get out of the game?
You didn't give Mortal Kombat 3 enough respect, so sit your ass down and finish the review!
Look, I'm not gonna go through this again. Let me just tell you that the first 2 games actually made Mortal Kombat what it is. So, just screw yourself. I'm not gonna go through the other 2.
That's it! I'm gonna make you eat those words!
Oh shit.
Get over here! What's up? Try to get that.
Enough of this. It's time to die.